the cloud. And so this meeting is specifically on lead conversion. And so when I share my screen, I'm kind of going to show you, assuming that we have obviously leads coming in, and the most basic lead for me to think of as a contact would be an email contact. And I'll explain to you, it's the most powerful opportunity. Start thinking about these emails as your gold. Everybody wants a phone number, I get it. And the SMS side of this is a powerful speed to lead component, but actually it all begins with the email submission. The email submission is where you can get face-to-face, as if like you're at the door. And so the best way to think this is, when you're placing a Facebook ad out there, whether it's a buyer or seller, but let's use seller for this example, people are on Facebook, right? And they're scrolling down their news feed and they see the ad and it says, if someone were to buy your fill in the blank home, would you sell it? Find its value in the current market. They click on it and the kind of process begins. So let me get into an example visually so you guys know what's happening. When I go into this present mode, I'll kind of show you guys the mindset from the lead. So when I share this, what I'm kind of showing you is, and then let me present this for you, is in that moment, they're on their smartphones, right? And so you're kind of catching them from this passive scroll where on average, people spend about an hour a day on Facebook at the moment that we saw. This scroll is click, submit, they say, yes, I want to know what my home could sell for or what it's worth. And then the very first thing they see is this, analyze my property. And it's not taking them away from that experience, which is why a lot of lead capture suffers, because it tries to capture all the information up front. It's going for the address first. And then the second piece of information is the email permission. And that moment is driving this automated email their way. And so at the moment for you guys in trial, it's not going to be very effective, unfortunately, because it doesn't have your custom handprint all over it. So this is great, obviously, if they get there and, if they get into this place, you're going to get the speed to lead component, which is why, in the previous training, we talked about the importance of pulling in Facebook reviews and your brand. But that is when the activation of the SMS fires off, okay? And then the key, obviously, is fortunes in the follow-up, and it's all about relationship. And I'm going to kind of take you into what I think is the most important piece of this is when you start thinking about your email as an opportunity to change it up, you're going to see that, and we kind of highlighted this a little bit in the last presentation, that the winning strategy is actually editing that auto email. So it sets the tone and the expectations for that lead of how they're going to receive the information they requested. So in this case, you can see what Nicholas is doing here. It's no different than I can show you multiple cases for the seller side. In this case, he does the buyer side, but it's a video embedded. And he's using a system called BombBomb here. And then if you look even more closely, he's changed up the script, asked a few questions, things along the lines of bedroom and bathroom count, amenities, specific neighborhoods. We could talk about scripts for the seller side. But I love what he's done in terms of looking for an appointment. He's got a link into his calendar. He uses something called Calendly. Get to know me on Facebook and Instagram. So that's directly going to his social profile. And then he's built in an email signature using a program called Canva. Okay. So that is the type of thing where when you have the opportunity to think about integrations with StreetText, a lot of our most popular integrations that people will use will be some free ones like, actually Calendly is a booking engine that's free for the one link. Canva, which is how you build email signatures. Emojipedia, that's a free website where you can just pull in emojis in the subject line. And then BombBomb. BombBomb is just the video email tool that we love. It's not that you can't use other things, but we just find it's really easy to use with it. And when you see how it's used, you'll kind of get an idea. So here's an example, if I can find here, of why we love the video side of this, because number one, it's going to be the best use of your automation. You can introduce yourself personally. You can set expectations about how they're going to receive the information. And obviously it's an alternative to the boring CMA that they thought they were going to get, some sort of automated, oh, I thought this was a CMA. And I was just curious, if, you get all that all the time, unless you get face-to-face with somebody, which is why we know and intuitively we know this, body language and tonality is pretty much the entire communication. So let me show you an example here of Donna. And Donna, if I can get this to play here, here we go. I'll give you an example.
Hey there, it's Donna Swansea with Century 21 Touch 5. And I just wanted to let you know that I got your request for your home value, and I'm working on that now. If there's anything that you think I need to know specifically about your home that may increase the value, please just respond to this email and let me know. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.
Right? Okay. Very powerful. She's setting the tone. Donna's done over 150 deals with StreetText over the last 3 years working with us. And it's funny, right? Like there's a lamp in the background of the closet. Like, you know, so it's not, it's genuine though, it's real. And it's just alluding to the fact that they're going to be getting something. And then, so when she sends something next, guys, this is kind of how she sends her home value. She'll use Outlook. She'll say something like, hey, Jenny, I have researched the properties that are actively sold in your neighborhood over the last 90 days. Depending on the condition of your home, it likely sell between A and B price point or likely higher based on upgrades or updates. You have a home in a hot market with nothing for sale like yours right now, and could likely end up with multiple offers over that list price. Since prices in that area are so diverse, I would love to come take a look so I can give you more accurate value of what I can sell your home for. If you let me know a good day and time, I'd be happy to stop by. Even if you aren't ready to sell, simply having this information is always helpful, right? And then there's her brokerage information. She's got a great picture in there, very simple, okay? So the power behind that, guys, is video to this. You know, she uses RPR and MLS. Everybody has their own way of finding values, okay? And I find the easy way, keep it wide open. There's a lot of great scripts. We have a free academy course we'll get to you as well that, you know, in our group that will give you, you know, dozens of scripts. But you got to figure out what's an easy way to highlight the price point without spending an enormous amount of time. So, but you start with the video to set the tone, send the value, and then 20 minutes later, she actually sends this.
Hi there, this is Donna Swansea with Century 21 Touch 5, checking in to make sure that you received your home value and to let you know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help. Have a great day. Bye.
Really easy, really easy. And let me give you, I mean, there's so many alternatives. Let me give you another alternative.
Hi, I'm Marley with Elevate Real Estate. I got your request for the home price valuation and I am on it. Oh, by the way, I left a link to my Facebook profile page below. I'll just be sending you a really quick friend request. Want to make sure you get a chance to meet me. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Because, you know, the beauty behind this one, guys, is like Donna's setting the tone on that she's going to be working the home value. Marley's setting the tone that she's actually going to be going for the relationship first and going after the relationship on Facebook. So it makes it more obvious to actually include a Facebook profile in this case if you're somebody that really likes to connect. And it's letting them know that you're going to be actually sending them a friend request and a message itself. Okay. Now, she's still going to do something like Donna where she alludes to the actual value of the home. In this case, she's doing way more of an open value. And she's basically saying, I know I can do better than this. So if you like a figure you can count on, it only take 15-minute walk through your home. And, you know, she makes it fun. But it's fun is your ability to actually connect with them. So it's fun because she's already had a video. So when she sends this, she's going for the walkthrough, and she's actually even giving a couple times she has available in her calendar. She's got a great email signature and this video that goes along with it. I'll show you here.
Hi, it's Marley. Just letting you know that I attached the internet-based home valuation that I said I was going to send. If you want a more accurate or custom one, of course, that will take just about 15 minutes to walk through your property. I'll even bring my favorite cupcakes for you to try. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and let me know what kind works for you. Talk soon.
Right? So two great alternatives. And guess what? Once those were both canned. Every one of those experiences that I showed you with Donna and with Marley are all canned responses. So they film it one time and they feel as natural like you're talking to that person. But you can't take the place of personally connecting with someone either. And let me show what I mean by that. Because if you have automation set up, you still want to personally reach out. And I find you want to reach out with their name on a whiteboard. So let me show you what I mean here. I don't want to show this one again. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's the authentic. Or here's your key takeaways, right? Be authentic, introduce yourself personally, know the process, set expectations. We call it follow the know, like, and trust model, and speed to lead. Speed to lead is essential in this. Now, this is cool because in my mind, this is pure gold, and you'll see why. This is the example of personally reaching out to the lead with video, and here's what Kenneth does. It's a perfect example.
Hey, Trine, it's Ken here with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services in Northville. I see you sent me a request for a home value. I have your home pulled up right here. I wanted to take a look at it and see what it might be worth, but there isn't a whole lot of information online. Zillow has you at $592,000, but I know like Zillow has admitted that they're less than 30% accurate on home value. And the reason for that is Zillow, like me, has not been inside your home, has not seen any updates you might have, anything you've done in your home in the last few years. I don't have the sale information on your home. I can only see really that you and Nancy own the home. So that's really all the information I have. But if you're interested in an accurate home value or even a quick and dirty one, a 5-minute phone call might clear up a few things for you. I know you're probably just curious like most people are, but I'm not looking to sell you on anything. I'm looking to build a relationship with you. And just like your best friend, at some point you guys were strangers just like us. So, if you have a good experience with me, hopefully you'll use me in the future, and hopefully you'll tell your friends and family about me. So at any rate, just reply to my message. You can send me a friend request on Facebook. You can book through my calendar link in this email, or give me a call, Facebook me, whatever it takes. But I'd like to provide you with some value, some information that you're looking for. Thanks, Trine.
So, I mean, guys, come on. That was amazing. It doesn't have to be like that. I get it. Like, not everybody would do that. But you're seeing examples here. You're just seeing examples of how you personalize these messages to talk to these people. And it's really just winning them over through being likable. It is the know, like, and trust. Be likable, really present yourself and give value. And you'll see there's other ways. And I'm giving another example here.
Look, it's Marcus here from Remax Chloride. Hey, thank you so much for your Facebook evaluation request. Actually, I got your home pulled up right now. Beautiful, beautiful home. Here's what I'd like to do for you. I'm actually going to find you on Facebook. I think this is you. Just want to confirm I sent you a friend request. Now, what you want to know about messages that I send you to get you your home value is actually going to sit in your message request folder. So right here is only coming to you for friends. So of course, that's why I sent you a friend request. And right now it should be sitting in this folder. Just check your messenger here shortly. And just let you know, I've included my link below. What I was thinking was we could do a quick 5-minute call just to go over how I arrived to that home value. Or if you'd like, we can do a 15-minute complimentary walkthrough. Either way, I'm so excited to meet you and look forward to hearing more about you and your home. Talk to you soon.
So that's just showing you the alternative is really going for the relationship. I mean, obviously you can do a little combo of both. I think when you have something like screen recording as an option, this is a bomb screen recording option. You can lead with a visual of the home, and you can actually have multiple tabs open. So you can be showing them where you're sending the message. You could be, like Kenneth was showing you, you could have certain values pulled up where you're talking about the homes and the values that they're given and showing them why sight unseen there's no way to give you a proper evaluation. And so when you're actually leading that way, it makes a lot of sense to direct them into a relationship and direct them to your schedule. And that's where you can actually show them something like Calendar, where you're giving them options. Hey, if you click on the link below, we can do a quick 5-minute call just to go over how I arrived to this value, a 15-minute complimentary walkthrough, or, let's meet for coffee. That type of thing would be easy to do, but you can't ask for that without video because they don't know you, right? And why should they book with anybody they don't know? You're faceless, you have no personality, you're basically a text trying to get their business. That's the problem without having video, and why we think of this so heavily as like, it's almost a non-negotiable if you're doing lead generation on Facebook and Instagram on top of funnel sources. Really, it's non-negotiable in any lead generation, because unless you can be there face-to-face with somebody, or if you have them on the phone, it's always going to be hard to initiate the relationship, and everybody's always going to be guarded, especially with top of funnel, because no one was actively searching when they were on Facebook. It kind of just stumbled across them. They clicked on it. They were interested, maybe even just curious. But even someone's at a car lot, searching for homes or searching for cars, and they know they want to buy a car, they're always going to see, oh, I'm just looking to that car dealer because that car dealer wants the business, and the salesman wants to go after the sale. So it's no difference here. We gotta earn their trust first. So yeah, kind of showing you some examples there and highlighting truly Facebook is your new CRM. And I hit this up yesterday on the earlier training, but it's because you can find everybody on Facebook. And even with these address onlys in the States, and anyone who has to pull up tax records, even in Canada, you can pull up title and find these people's names of the homeowners. And with a very high accuracy, a lot of the time, if you actually search and filter the results by the area you're farming in, you'll land on that person. And all of a sudden, you think of this as, okay, my business page got in front of them. Now it's my personal page that's going to start the relationship with them. And so the obvious is to add them as a friend, drop them into a list. And most people don't know about this list feature, but this list feature, even if you're not friends, you want to send a friend request no matter what, because it allows your Facebook to become a management system. And all of a sudden you can drop them into a category. Now, Facebook naturally drops them into categories like where you work, where you went to high school, where you live, family, those lightning bolts that you see there. What they don't do is have all these opportunities that you have to build. We're not Facebook friends yet would be a list. Address only, StreetText leads, you name it, the area that you're farming, just curious. There's so many ways we can help you build these, but once you build these lists, let's do something we all can identify with. This is called referrals, right? You can build a referral list easily with every client you've ever done business with. You do that because not only do you want to be intentional about posting directly to that list, but now you can actually track on these people. Every time you like something, it's a dopamine hit. It's free, like, hey, I'm checking in. It's keeping you top of mind better than any drip email campaign can do. But also when you hover over their name from the computer and click on that little message button, you're going to track the last conversation you had with them. And it's going to be a key indicator of where they should be in these separate lists. And maybe it cues you in on, hey, this person was 6 months out in July. It's obviously now is the time to actually check back in and move them into a list that says, ready to sell. And now you're being more active about how you're staying top of mind with these particular leads and what lists they should be in along the way. And they can cross over into multiple lists, by the way. So also when you're posting directly to this list, you can now post market update videos, right? Directly to those leads. And you can keep it market specific. So if you're farming multiple areas, you have these multiple lists, and where you've all of a sudden you're standing in front of that particular list because it's cramming in on that particular area that you have in mind. Now you can go to a landmark at that area and talk about the market with just a quick 1-minute clip. And there's a lot of fun things, guys. There's contests and gifting and a lot of that stuff we can go over one-on-one, or you can do it with your coach. So that being said, I just wanted to kind of highlight there just for a second to show you how powerful it is. And I'm going to stop the share for a second and kind of get, and I'll ask you guys, and feel free to unmute yourself and participate here. This is just a 10,000 foot view, guys, right? Your best opportunity to make this work is just to get into the environment of our StreetText group and kind of see, if you look in our insider group, what people are doing. Like, if you go into this discussion right off the get-go, like, you're going to see some really cool things, right? Here's Stacy just 22 hours ago, and she's like, hey, it's my first bomb. What do you think? I'm nervous. And we got such great feedback for her because she went on a limb and she made it happen. And I expect good things, but you have to do the same. Here's an example of what she just did.
Hey Dana, this is Stacy Sebastian over at eXp Realty. I just wanted to let you know that I received your home evaluation request, and I'm assuming that this is your property. This is the one I pulled out. It looks really cute. It looks like you have a little garage and some RV storage. It looks super cute. I noticed that you just purchased it last year in March. And oddly enough, I just have a listing right down the street. You might have seen this one when you're driving by your house. We have this listed currently, and we had some professional photography. I did a YouTube video, so my marketing's out there. I just wanted to invite you to my Facebook group just so you can keep an eye on things that's happening in Bend. Assuming this was you, and I'll go ahead and send your evaluation to your Facebook Messenger, since that's how you found me on Facebook. This is my business page where you can keep current with what's happening in Bend. And this is my Facebook group. I have over 5,000 people here in Bend. If you'd like to join it, I welcome you to do so. In the meantime, I'm going to get busy on your market report and just see what I can come up with. Obviously, in-person evaluation at the property is the best way to go. No pressure. You may not be looking to sell. You may be just looking to refinance or anything, but happy to come out and give you a more in-depth analysis to really hone in on what your property value is. If you have any questions or anything, my phone number is 541-797-1031. And my email is propertyinbend@gmail.com, and I will be shooting an email to you shortly. Hope to talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.
I love it. That's probably one of my favorite examples so far. And there's a lot of them in this group. So make sure you're in this group, and you'll see like there's so many great strategies and scripts and coaching and what people are doing out there. And I think if you really focus on staying close to this group and our trainings, our masterminds, we even got a free course that we can get you. It's called the StreetText Academy course. And let's see if I can find it here for you. This course here has got lots of great trainings, and it shows you everything from how to embed video into your automations to just certain video scripts and examples. A lot of you, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a hold of something like the free BombBomb trial. And we can, it's free, right? It's 14 days for free. Try it out so you can see how this all works. You don't have to go forward with this tool, but if you're doing a trial, you might as well do a free trial with BombBomb too to see why people are integrating so perfectly between BombBomb and StreetText. And so, yeah, I can get you guys individually this free course. It'll show you everything that you can imagine under the sun, from how to embed, from working your automations, your SMS, your email signatures, scripts. And the Insider Group would be your other great resource, our weekly masterminds. And then this, of course, in the announcements section of the Insider Group has everything that you can need, from our daily live training to the lead conversion training that you're at right now, to booking with your own coach. Make sure you have your coach's personal contact info, or find them on Facebook, of course. And then our weekly masterminds. And if you can't make them, no big deal, we record them. But get there, because the mastermind alone is probably where the most amount of conversion strategies and techniques are discussed. And we discuss it as a group of almost 50 people at least every Wednesday. There's the free trial of BombBomb, and just stay close. Bookmark this announcement section. And then if you want the Academy code for this course I was just highlighting, what you'll do is you'll reach out to your coach and they'll give you that code. That's kind of like the overview of this training. And so I'll actually end the recording now. And if you have any questions, obviously reach out to your coach, and then I'm just going to open this up to a Q&A here shortly.